Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. We are in our MLB The Show 17 franchise. We are going up against the Texas Rangers in this one. We take the first two, and then we'll see Quintana, see if he can take this 3-1 that we will end up simming. And we are up 2-0. We are going to take a look, though, at our bullpen. I want Quintana to play that second because he did pitch so early the previous series, but we will not take that one from Kendricks. So it's a 2-1, and we'll see exactly what it is. I like Arrieta to be the guy that we move around a lot. He did already pitch, I believe, in that last game, so we go ahead and take the next one from Quintana. So we'll end this next one with possibly Arrieta for moving around. We got a little messed up in one of our rotations as we went to a game 5 in the first series, the NLDS, and it kind of threw off our pitching rotation. But here we go, 5-3. We took that first game, a big one here, as Rizzo had the home run. Baez brought in another 3 with that Rizzo home run was 2. We put it in there. Texas gets 3 runs, 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 5th, but it's just not enough as Darvish loses that one. He has not won a game all postseason. Lester in the next one. Lester actually pitches pretty decently, but it looks like we come back in they come back to tie it, and we really don't give it up, but they do come at us and tie the ball game. The 6th, though, we put 3 on the board when it was tied 5-5, and we took it from there. Biggest thing, Lester gave up 5 runs, but our bullpen didn't give up anything else. So Lester came out in the 5th inning. Hamels will not get the loss there, as it was lost after the next pitcher came in. This next one, though, Texas edges us out. We're trying to come up back from a deficit, but in the 8th inning, we only grabbed 2 win. In this one, though, a lot of home runs. We got 4 for Texas. For the Cubs, however, we have 5 actually, with Baez, Schwarber, Bryant, Contreras, and Russell, as Cashner gets the win here, pitching 6 innings, only allowing 3 runs there, and the rest is up by the bullpen. And Hendricks giving up 5 runs in that game. So going to Quintana, the one he pitched, low scoring affair. Texas just cannot tie it. We went up by 3, and then we tack on 1 more in the 6th, and that really put us out of reach of the Rangers, as not a lot of home runs for us this game. Schwarber had 1, but Perez will take the loss here, and Quintana will get his 2nd win of the postseason. He's 2-0. So here we are, the elimination game. We're up 3-1. Jake Arrieta against Yu Darvish. So we'll see what damage we can do against this Texas Rangers team, and we'll see if we can take this one. I chose to cut down like this because if we did the entire series, I ended up recording 3 or 4 games of this. It would go on 3-4 episodes. I think it would be better just to do the elimination game, or be a game that was going to put someone in the elimination record. As you see here, Quintana 2-0. Arrieta had that win against Darvish the first time in Game 1, so it's back to rematch in Game 5. And for some reason, it does say that it's going to be Arrieta. I think we actually do start at Arrieta. I'm going to have to see. The rotation was a little messed up, like I said, from the NLDS. As we started, and the guy that was supposed to be pitching, we had to use in that last game. So let's see who it is, as we are in Wrigley Field, and it will be a pitcher's batting game. So we'll see what we can do, and if we can win this game today and actually win the World Series here at Wrigley. So as it looks like it is going to be Lackey that's walking out there. So not Arrieta. Arrieta will take the next game. We ended up resting him. I think he might have pulled something in the warm-ups. Then we ended up pulling in John Lackey, and Arrieta will be up next. So there's the lineup for the two teams. Is John Lackey, just a no decision in his only other game as he's going to start here. It's going to be over to Bryant right under his glove as this was fielded by Schwarber and thrown in. So it's going to be a lead off single. So going here, Lackey going to be in, and that's going to be in the gap in right field. It's going to round the base, and one run will score on this RBI double, and Texas strikes early. Something we've had issues with, I've had issues with playing this game, is the leadoff runner to start the game. But here, this one's easy play by Rizzo over. The runner will advance over to third. So with one out here, Lackey getting the strikeout with a curve on the outside corner, and Gallo is staring that one. Doesn't like the call, but that's definitely an outside corner as he's just looking at that one. And so with an 0-1 count, this is going to be rifled over the middle, and this one will score a run. We will not get out of this, only allowing one. There will be two there, and that will be an RBI single. The 1-2 count, though, curveball, and Gomez is swinging that one up in the shoulders, and Lackey gets out of that one. It is 2-0 Rangers, though, as we'll see Yu Darvish come out. Has not won a game this postseason. So here's Schwarber. The first one's going to pop this up behind the plate, and that will be easily caught. So here we go with a high fly ball by Chris Bryant. It's going to die at the track, though, and that will be your first inning. And here we go as that one's down the line. It's going to be fielded by Hayward as it's Napoli that hit that one on the right side. And already 33 pitches for Lackey as that is a double for Napoli. So going over here, that's on the outside. Rizzo's got that one. He's going to run over to first and tag it. That just advances the runner. So Lackey up in the zone. It's a high fly ball in left field. Schwarber's there under it, and it will be caught. So we escaped that inning with no runs. We'll see Rizzo come up first. And Rizzo, a line drive in center, and that will be a base runner for the Cubs, lead off the inning. So with Contreras, and that puts it over, but it will be caught over in left field. Looked like it might dip down, but nothing here as Russell, though. This one's down the line, and Rizzo will round second. It takes a Cub bounce thing in the corner. Rizzo's going to go home, and it'll hold over for Russell at second, and that will be the first run for the Cubs as Russell has an RBI double. So going over to Lackey, and he's going to strike out to end the inning. Yu Darvish gets out, only letting one. So here we go with Lackey in the right side, and Hayward gets that one, and that will be a single to lead off the inning there, but later with a full count. That's over to Hayward over in right field. It's going to be fielded, and he just can't come up with a clean, so the runner over at first will be over at second. A 2-2 count, and that will drop in front of Schwarber. He'll get it in, and Lackey will have to back up Chris Bryant there. As this one is up over to Baez with the catch. He's going to try to go over to first, but they will get back, and with two outs. An 0-2 count, and that is over to Russell there over at shortstop, and that will be an easy play for him as we go into the bottom of the third. And here's a big hit by Zobrist. That's a high fly ball, and that will be out of the stadium. So there it is. Tie ball game in Chicago. Yu Darvish cannot hold this lead. And Zobrist, the hero of the playoffs last year, will get this one. And that'll be a 401 feet home run. So a full count here going to the top of the next inning. And that'll be a single there by Yu Darvish. So here we go with Lackey with one out. And that's right over to Russell, trying to get over to first. And that will be caught for an out. And this one's over to Rizzo. Rizzo just nowhere to go with the ball. And Lackey just cannot get over on first fast enough. And that will be a safe. But an 0-2 count. That's over to Chris Bryant. He's just going to step on third. It's easy. He's back there. And that will end your inning. Now going into the bottom of the sixth. And Russell. That's a high fly ball. And that will be out of the park. Addison Russell. And that is a good one there. Yu Darvish giving up another home run. That's Russell's third of the postseason. And we take the lead. That's 367 feet over in left field. So it's a 3-2 ball game. And here still Russell as that one. That's not Russell. That is actually going to be Zobrist, I believe, with that one. And out will come Zobrist here. As Zobrist, it's over, and he will go into the double play to end the inning. So going in to the sixth, actually that didn't end the inning. Baez will end the inning of the sixth. Actually, no, he's going to beat it out over at shortstop. Baez with the speed. So still 2 outs, and Schwarber this time will end the inning with that high fly ball in towards third. So it's a 3-3 game, actually. Remember, they did get 3 in the first inning. So here we go. We're going to see Montgomery out here. And Montgomery with a 4-seam inside corner. And that will get the guy looking. Another one here. And that's a high fly ball in the right field, but easily playable for Hayward. So Hayward's going to throw that ball in. And we'll go over to a 1-2 count as this one's over. And it's a high fastball. Yu Darvish still in the game in the sixth inning. Going to bat. And he is out of here. And so Rizzo. Rizzo, high fly ball deep. It's going to be off the wall. He's going to go for 2. It does take a Rangers bounce, but Rizzo is in on second for the 1-out double. And that's over this time. Contreras not able to advance Rizzo there. So with 2 outs, we're going to have Hayward. Hayward's going to have a single up here. Rizzo's going to try for home. It's going to be fielded. The center fielder's going to have it. It is a good throw, but Rizzo will beat the throw, and the Cubs go up 4-3. So here is Russell. Russell, it's a bouncer over there, but easily playable over at third base, and that will end your inning. So Darvish giving up this lead. Montgomery will throw this one. It's going to be over to Chris Bryant. Not able to handle it cleanly with the bare hands. So that will be a leadoff single. A full count. It's a high fly ball and easily playable for Russell over at short. So going in a 1-2 count with 1 out. And there it is, the inside corner. And got him looking with that fastball. Actually got him swinging with that fastball. A 1-0 count though. And that's over to Baez. Baez loses in the lights. Hayward can't find it either. And a run will score. Realistically what happened is I ran over the ball and no one would pick up the ball. So we had a little minor glitch there. As Gallo has that one. It's a tie ball game. Contreras will get this one over at first with this chopper. And that will be a tie ball game here. Justin Grimm's going to come in the 8th inning. Justin Grimm cannot handle it after he did walk someone, and Contreras over to second will have no chance. A 2-2 count though, and there it is, getting Napoli to strike out. So trying to get out of this inning with 2 outs, and it will happen as it's a high foul ball near first base, and that will be easily caught by Rizzo. So we do get some life here, and going into the 9th inning, Schwarber, Bryant, and Rizzo. Diekman's going to come out here. We'll see if we can end this game. A walk-off. 1 out, though. Bryant, and that's going to be behind. It's going to go and rattle behind the catcher. Bryant will advance over to second, and we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and that just looked like a bad throw. Diekman was moving towards the bag, but here's Contreras, though, putting one over, and that's going to be caught, though, with 2 outs after a strikeout of the next batter, and that won the inning. So here we go with Grimm. Grimm getting the strikeout on the outside, and Grimm here this time going in. Baez can't stop that one as that's fielded by Zobrist. Zobrist into second. And that is a single there, as this one was inside corner. It was a decent throw, and I just don't know what happened there with Baez. So this one, though, it's a fly ball in center field, as that one's easily fielded by Zobrist. And we will go to a 2 outs here. And this one's a high fly ball. The wind's going to push it out as that one's out of here. Grimm, a 2-run shot given up, and Gallo will have the last word out of this game, as Grimm just cannot hold the tie. So this is big here, 386 feet. The wind just kind of blew it out of the park. And here's another one, high fly ball, and there is another home run. Grimm gives up another one, back-to-back home runs. And now it is a 3-run game. We're going to have Carl Edwards come in here and just try to hold and get some innings out of him, as it's 7-4, and that will be a walk there. With a man out first with 2 outs. Going to the outside, they're going to steal. It's going to be a good throw by Contreras, and the tag will not be in time. So another runner in position. We need to get out of this and try to take back this game. So here, going the outside, and that's going to be a ball there for Edwards. A 1-1 count here. The next pitch is going to be down and outside, and he's not getting any calls. This is one of the issues that he's had all day long. So here it is, and getting the changeup there, and that will be a good one. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs, and that will be on the outside, and gets it to Shields there, as Edwards will get out of the inning, but 3 runs will score. So Hayward out here to try to tie this ball game. That's going to be over to short, and that will be an easy ground ball. Here's Russell back over to short again, and another easy ground ball. So here, coming out here with a pinch hit for Happ, and that is over, and that will be another out. So that will end the ball game as the Cubs fall to a 7-4 game. We will not take it in Chicago. We'll have to go back to Texas here for Game 6. This time we will have Arrieta pitching today. We do have the elimination game, and they are playing just to stay in. So remember, we do have a DH. We are in the American League, so we'll have to see what our lineup is with that as we look at the recap of the series so far. And we will go over and face Cole Hamels, and it will be against Jake Arrieta, the Cub ace, and we'll see what we can do here against the Texas Rangers. One of the biggest things is we need to hit the ball, and also our bullpen needs to hold as we look here. Ben Zobrist going to be the DH, and in center field it's going to be Happ. But here, Baez, a high fly ball, and that one will just die over in left field. I thought that was going to go a lot further. Schwarber out here next, and that's a ground ball over to short, and easily playable over to first. So the last batter here of this inning will be Bryant, and Bryant will put it over. Easily playable in left field as we look at Texas's lineup. Their DH will be Gallo, so he's going to move out of the infield and play the DH Jake Arrieta will be coming in here. He's 2-1 with 3.79 ERA this offseason. So here it is. And that's over to Rizzo. Rizzo over to first, able to get there. It's not the offseason, it's the postseason. My bad. It's just 0-1 count, and that's easily playable over to Baez. We're going to see a lot of these plays because it is an elimination game. And we'll see what we can do here. Here's the road for all the teams, how they got here. So Arrieta, full count, and that's over to Rizzo. Rizzo making the play over on first, and that will end the inning. So Rizzo's going to come out here and actually put a high fly ball, but it's all about Zobrist coming in here, getting the single, and that will be a man on first with 2 outs. And that's over to Contreras, and that one gets in as Contreras has a single, and we're threatening here with 2 outs. And the second, Russell, that's going to be over in right field. It's going to hang, though, and easily playable over in right field. So that will end the inning. The Cubs strand 2. So Arrieta coming out here, and that's going to be a high fly ball. Looks like it's going to be carried out by the wind, and the wind is not our friend in this series, as that one is out of the park, no doubt. And the Rangers go up by 1. Arrieta, though, will field this one, go over to first, and get the next out. So here, a 2-2 count with 1 out. And that's going to be up the middle, and that will be a base hit. And it will be a 1-out single. So here we go. Arrieta trying to get out of this one, as that's a sinker inside corner. Gomez swing and a miss. So a 1-2 count. It's a grounder over to Baez. Baez over to second, and that will end your inning. So Arrieta just doing pretty good besides that solo hit. We're going to go in to the 3rd inning, and Hayward's going to have one over down the left field line. It's going to be fair. It's going to stay in right around the corner. It's going to be a double for Hayward. That's a big one, as it didn't just hit off the wall and go back to the runner. It just kind of stalled out there, as we will have Baez out here. And Baez is going to bunt, and we're not going to be able to advance the runner. Actually, we will, as Hayward gets stuck. Just some bad base button pushing by me. So Baez over on first. But here it is with Schwarber, a high fly ball deep center field. Baez will look like he's going to go back to first, because it is caught near the warning track, as Bryant's going to hit this one over to short, and that's over to second to get out Baez to end the inning. So the Cubs don't get anything there, but some bad base running as well, as here's Arrieta getting Napoli out with the slider up and outside. So on a 2-2 count, there's a sinker in the inside, and Odor's looking at that one like he had no idea what that was, and that'll end the 3rd inning. So going to the top of the 4th, Rizzo will have a blooper, and it's going to be over the 3rd baseman, and that will be a single there for Rizzo. So the power hitter not showing a lot of power, but getting on base, as Jay will be out here, and Jay will put that over to the 2nd baseman, and that'll be caught by a line drive. But Zobrist here. Zobrist going to take it down the right field line. Rizzo is going to round second. Zobrist is going to go towards 3rd, and we'll see a man on 2nd and 3rd. See if the Cubs can keep this going. 1-1 count. It's going to be dribbled over by Contreras. Rizzo will score to tie the ball game, but it looks like Contreras cannot advance over to 3rd. So here's Russell with 2 outs. Russell has one, and that's going to be a drop-down single. Contreras is going to go for home. It will not be in time. The Cubs are going to get there. Actually, it's Zobrist, not Contreras, on base, and Zobrist will get the run. It's 2-1. Hayward, high fly ball, but easily playable in center field, and that will end your inning. So the Cubs go up by 1. Arrieta pitching a good game so far besides that single. And that one's going to be stopped by Russell. It just loses the ball there, but able to stop it there at short. So Arrieta, that's over to Bryant. Bryant will be over at 2nd. Baez, good transition, and that's over to Rizzo for the double play. Going in to the 6th, though. Here is a single up the middle by Baez. So the Cubs are trying to threaten to take this game over more. It's a no-out single as Schwarber not showing the power he has in the last couple of games, but that one's going to be a slow roller, and we'll advance Baez. Bryant here, though, into left center field. Baez going to round third. He's going to be easily home, as that will be a Chris Bryant's RBI single. Rizzo, though, is going to put this one up the middle, and that will be another single by Rizzo. So 2 men on base with 1 out. Jay, high fly ball left field, and easily playable. The runners will return back to their respective bags. So with 2 outs, Zobrist with his winding in that bat is going to take ball 4 and go over to first. Cole Hamels just struggling here in the 6th inning. And here is Contreras, though, going over in to the ground out. And Hamels gets out of the jam. Bases were loaded. Cubs cannot get any runs out of that bases loaded jam, but they do get 1 in that inning. And here's Gomez swinging at a slider. Arrieta just in perfect form today, as this one is over the head of Russell and thrown in for, looks like a 2-out single. So this is over to Bryant. Bryant over to second, and that will end your inning. The Cubs just playing great and backing up with defense and just good pitching, as Jose Leclerc is going to come out here to try to hold this game and survive. But Russell a single up the middle, and that will be another base hit for a Cubs batter. And that's a no out too. But here's Hayward, a changeup and swinging and a miss. So here with Baez. Baez going to put this one in right field. It's going to be close to the wall. It's going to get by. Hayward is with the had that 1 out, but we're going to send the man, and Russell will be thrown out at home, so we cannot add here. Baez will stay at second, which Schwarber here will ground out over to first base. Nothing to show for it in this inning. So coming out here, Arrieta, 2-2 count, slider outside corner, not even in the zone, and he will get that strikeout. Jake Diekman's going to come in here. Hopefully he can hold the Cubs. It's the 7th inning, as that one's right up the middle, but there is a shift on Bryant, and that will get him. So here is Rizzo. Rizzo, another high fly ball against the shift. That's going to be in a gap between 2 players, and Rizzo has himself a double. Rizzo's been a lot of offense today, 2 singles and a double. So here's John Jay. John Jay, this is going to be a pass ball, and it's going to go back to the pitcher. We might have a play over on third, and we don't. I've never seen anything like that, but it will be a pass ball. Jay, though, 1 out. 1-2 count. Waiting for the pitch. Rizzo on third. Jay's going to put this one, and it's going to be a fair ball down the line. Rizzo will score. Jay will hold it first. It takes a Rangers bounce. And the Cubs tack on 1 more. It's 4-1. And here's Zobrist. Zobrist will have a single up the middle. And this will be another base hit for this Cubs offense. The Cubs doing nothing but work here in Texas. Now Contreras, though, is going to put into a double play. And that will end your inning. The Cubs get 1 more here in the 7th. Coming back out here, Arrieta is going to have one that's down, and that's going to be his first walk of the day. Will be in the 7th inning. Gallo will take his base, and that will end his day. So we'll see Pedro Strop come out here, 1.08 ERA. He's been pitching good, and this shows it with that 2-seam outside corner, and he didn't think that was even close, but Strop, no, that was a strikeout right there. As this is into a double play. It's another Bryant Baez Rizzo double play. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and that'll end the inning as we go in to the 8th. Kevin Quackenbush coming out here trying to hold the Cubs, and no more runs until this Texas offense can come awake here. But Russell has other ideas, as that is a blooper in front of the center fielder for a base hit. His Cubs offense just came alive today. especially with no outs, as this one's caught though. Hayward just struggling, but the rest of this team is doing some work. Baez here, another gapper, as this one will actually not get past. Looks like it died in the grass out there. It will be a single, as we'll have Schwarber. Schwarber, that's a deep ball. Hard hit. It's going to be over the center fielder, off the wall. The runners will advance. You'll have one start to go to home, but really, we didn't know if it was going to be caught. Russell's the only one that scores, and Schwarber will have a double there. So they will walk Chris Bryant. I don't know why they would do this. Rizzo has 2 singles and a double. So we'll see if Rizzo can break this open. I don't know why you do that. You just pitch to Chris Bryant, but not to Rizzo. Okay. So we'll see if Anthony Rizzo is going to come out that. They're going to bring out Matt Bush. And there it is. A double, 2 singles, and 2 runs. He's 3 for 4 on the day. And this is a big spot for the power hitter. And it's a full bat on the ball. It's going to be high flying. It's going to be off the board. It will not be caught. And they will get us over on third. But a run will score. It actually is caught. But that was just some weird stuff out there. Strup's going to come out here. We do get 2 runs. Gomez taking a seat there. Just not able to get it clicking here. Strop, a 2-seam up and out of the zone, chasing that one. So here's another one. This one's going to be a ground ball over to Bryant. Easily playable. And that will end your inning. The Cubs just need 3 more outs, but they'll have 3 more outs to bat. As Jay's going to put this a single up the middle, and that will continue the Cubs' lead off singles. As this one's a Zobrist down the line, another one. It's the second one down the line he's hit, and Jay will advance over to third. So you got man at the corners, no outs, and the Contreras will fly over near first base there in foul territory. So we're going to have a Russell come out here. Russell up the middle. It takes a weird hop. It is fielded, though, by the second baseman over to first. And the Cubs just need 3 outs. They're going to bring out Hector Rondon. Wade is a little gassed, so we're going to see what Rondon can do. As Wade pitched 2 days ago. And we don't want to actually rush him out here. As a Rendon, this one's going to be a blooper and easily playable for Baez. So 2 more outs. 0-2 count. And this is a slow roller, and Rendon will have that out. 1 more out for this Cubs, and the unthinkables happen. They've repeated, and here it is. It's going to be a fly ball, and it will keep the Rangers in the game. It's going to be down the left field line. Schwarber's going to throw it in. And it'll be a double with 2 outs. So here it is. 2-2 count. And Rendon. It's going to be a single in the right field. And Hayward will throw it in. Hayward has the arm. And he's going to be tagged out at home. They send him at home. And Contreras has the tag out. And that will end your game. The Cubs are World Series champions again. 2 years in a row. And remember, we had some issues going down the stretch with this team. We have a lot of our players going in. They're getting older. We have not a lot of youth outside of our position players. But we come out here. Our pitching performs in the big times. They come out time and time again. Rendon pitches good. You have a lot of good pitching from our starters. Quintana came back and pitched a 10-2 record. The guy just came out and was beasting it when he came to play for us. Arrieta, the ace, once again, had it in there. Schwarber, though, kept us in a lot of those games this season. And remember, back in game 162. We're going to take a look at that. And here it is. Schwarber's up the bat. It's 0-0, and he crushes this to put us in the postseason. If it wasn't for this hit and the Reds end up winning this game, we don't make the playoffs. The World Series does not happen. But because of Schwarber with that big hit, we go ahead and do it. So we're going to look at some of our awards. Playoff MVP, Ben Zobrist. World Series, Anthony Rizzo. Deservingly. He was a beast. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, batting .542. He had 2 singles, a double. The guy was amazing. So let's look through the rest of it. Cy Young, Chris Archer, Kenta Maeda there for the National League. Batting titles for both. Lindor still working it over in the AL. Reliever was, of course, it's going to be none other than over in the Dodgers with Jansen. Reyes getting the Rookie of the Year. Bryce Harper, the Hank Aaron Award. And Springer over in the AL. Gold Gloves for the pitchers. Not really a lot of difference from what we've noticed in the past. Joe Panik getting his 3rd in a row. Chase Henley, Travis Shaw, Lindor getting back-to-backs there. Cespedes and Carte getting his 2nd one. And that one, Silver Slugger with Edwin Encarnacion. We had a lot of team efforts. We didn't have one guy that really stand out besides losing Rizzo for those 2 months. Really clamped down on what we could do. The Silver Slugger at 3rd base is none other than Chris Bryant. Bryant came in and filled that position that really Rizzo needed to be, but he was injured. So that was a big thing. And also we saw Schwarber step up as well. Zobrist, though, in the postseason, just completely took a hold of that postseason and got on base a lot. So we're going to look at the players of the month. I've kind of missed this out over the past while, so we'll look through the National League here. And the American, Chris Archer. I don't think we had anyone make it over here. And in the top, those 2017 retirees. So Ryan January, Royce Lewis are all down the minors. Jonathan McCardo as well. And Koji does leave because of age. So looking at these guys, they're young players. I don't know why they would leave for free agent issues. I mean, I would definitely bring them in to play over in the minors. They're all 18 through 20. But losing Koji is a big one. And looking through the other ones, Bradley Zimmer for the Cleveland Indians is going out for an injury. Carlos Beltran retiring. Bartolo Colon. We have some other key areas around the league leaving. Reyes, he was out for an injury. I was looking here. He had an Achilles tendon tear, so he went out. And so what we're going to do is I will show you guys a preview as we look at the inductees. Jimmy Rollins, a longtime Philly. Ichiro and Carlos Beltran make the Hall of Fame. So we will have a off-season preview episode for you guys later on this week. So just wait and check out for that. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any more of our MLB The Show content. And I will see you guys next time. Later.